All right. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the live stream of the opening remarks of Hack This World 2025, Milestone Edition, actually. So I'm just waiting for a couple of more people to join in. I see there are already a few of them in the chat, which is great. Thank you so much for joining in. And in case you're watching this recording after this has ended, so of course, welcome to you as well. We are here to kick off things with this edition. And when I say this edition, I think it is going to be a very special one, especially because Hack This Fall is completing 5 years. I think we have some. Let me see if this works. Yes, it works. So we are completing 5 years. Hack This Fall has been an, a community since 2020, and we have come a long way. And we are bringing this milestone edition to celebrate whatever we have been doing so far, and all the things that we are doing right now, and exciting things that we are gonna come up with super soon. I am Siddharth Dayalwal, one of the founding organizers here at Hack This Fall. I have had a privilege to host a bunch of events, meet some amazing community members just like you who are watching us. And I think we're gonna go on a roller coaster ride with this opening remarks today. So before I actually begin, I can already see a couple of folks in the chat there. Hi Aryan, hi Saptaswa, hi Paras, hi Jaspreet, hi Shubham. If you are here watching this live stream, let me know in the comment by saying hi. Where are you joining in from? What part of India or country you're joining in from? That let me know that as well. I see Sahil here. Hi Sahil, welcome. I see Pratik. Hello, welcome to the live stream. Cool then. Thank you so much, everyone. Let me quickly share my screen and get this started right in place. Hey Hitansh, welcome. So opening remarks, milestone edition. That's right. We are going to talk about a lot of things today, and it is all going to be related to this milestone edition that we are bringing up with. We are in the start of the week. Many of you might be thinking why we did not do the live stream on 1st of November when the actual hackathon is starting. So considering the hackathon is happening majorly in India, especially the build station part or the in-person side of it, which I'm going to jump in a bit. But considering that major part of like the community members are joining for this edition are based in India, and we have had a festive week here. So we wanted to let our community members celebrate and have fun before actually diving into the hackathon and building mode. So we thought, let's start it on a new week itself. Let our community members celebrate with their family during the weekend so that they can start fresh during the next week, which is today. So here we are with the opening remarks of the milestone edition. Cool. I see Aishwarya here as well. Thank you so much for joining. Awesome. Then let me get this started right into 5 years, one movement, infinite impact. You might have seen this on our promos or banners or somewhere on our social media, right? I think this goes way back in time. I still remember starting Hack This Fall was never with an idea of that we would go ahead and build a community. It kind of just started with a hackathon event with me and some of my friends joining in hands and hosting an event just to make sure that we deliver the kind of hackathon experience that we always thought we wanted to bring to especially the Indian hacker communities, and that's how Hack This Fall got started. And then what we did, we just loved it and we wanted to do more of it. So we started hosting different kinds of events, and over different years we experimented a lot. We did like various kinds of or categories of events during this journey of ours, and it's been like a crazy one, honestly. If we see back now with 2020 and 2025, I think the impact that we have been able to deliver is something extraordinary. And it's not just when many say hack this fall, many of you might think about, oh, it's a hackathon, right? But at the end of the day, we have been doing beyond hackathons as well. Of course, hackathons have been something very close and special to us, more of like our flagship events that we have been doing. But hosting that has not limited us to also not kind of experiment with other kind of events or deaf community initiatives, right? So not to forget, mentioning hackathons is super important. I mean, we have had some amazing time hosting our biggest in-person hackathons in Gandhinagar. If you have been part of our in-person hackathon, let me know in the chat. What was that one thing that you really liked about the hackathon that we hosted in Gandhinagar? I think it all started with virtual editions, and we kind of brought a lot of community members from not just India but across the globe, kind of pushing the boundaries of building, right? And then bringing back things to in person kind of made it super exciting in so many other ways, right? Um, I mean, I still remember having 600 people together in a big hall, all together under like one single roof. That experience is something different. Over like 3 days, 2 nights, we all are like hacking, building, learning together, playing, having fun, networking. And there's just so many elements of hackathons that we all have experienced at Hack This Fall. So if you have been part of any of our in person hackathons or even virtual for that matter, let me know in the chat and how you felt about it. Yes, the online games from HTF Online, I still remember those. Absolutely. The energy in the room was tremendous. I'm just kind of reading the comments from the chat. Would just like to bring them up on the stream as well. So yeah, it has been like a wonderful time hosting hackathons. But beyond hackathons, we have been also hosting meetups. I remember we traveled almost 14 plus cities across India, which I think if I have to just name it, it would be Ahmedabad, Vadodara, Gandhinagar, Indore, Nagpur, Mumbai, Pune, Gurugram, Delhi in general, NCR as a whole, Chandigarh. We went to Kolkata, then I think Chennai, Hyderabad. I think I've still missed some of the cities. So if I did, let me know if you remember any of the cities that we did an event in. But we used to do a lot of networking and learning events as well, where we just invite our community members to come together, share their thoughts and learnings with the other community members. Uh, Pushing more limits over the meetups, we also went ahead, a step ahead to host build events where we actually build something where everyone brings on their charged laptops, but also charged dev minds, right? And we find some innovative or creative problems to solve. So we have been hosting and experimenting with build events lately. We started with nhost in 2022, if I'm right, and then we ended up hosting a few more build events, which of course the streak is on, and we are going to come up with more build events in a bit. More details on that. And in blink of an eye, the 5 years has passed away, right? And we've crossed like more than 12,000 hacker community members from across the globe, which is insane. I mean, the first event that we did was virtual, 500 people only. Coming from that number to here, I mean, we never have focused on numbers, but I think looking back and seeing all those that we have accomplished is just a reflection that we all should be proud of, including you all, because you have been part of the community as well, kind of driving it in very own way of yours. So kudos to each and every one of you. Let me try again if we have some applause music in the backstage. I think this one. Yeah, that worked really well. So but you can always give some applause in the chats by sending in clap emojis or something like that, or anything else as well. But yeah, huge shout out to each and every one who have been involved in driving this impact every day, every week, every month of the year, and of course in the last 5 years. So amazing. But where are we right now? To just celebrate this edition, or kind of this milestone of completing 5 years, I think we thought that let's bring something that we haven't kind of did so far, or in a way did, but let's do it in a different way, right? So just to make sure to have more time with our community members, we thought that let's come up with something altogether different, or maybe fusion of everything that we have done in the last 5 years, which brings us to first stage, or not just a stage, but like a first part of what we are doing this year, which starts with a month-long virtual hackathon. Yes, you read that right. Now we have hosted like dev days, we have hosted weekend-long hackathon, we have hosted like 36 hours hackathon, virtual hackathons over the weekend. But we really thought that we want to focus on the idea of building. We want to build something out of the box. We want to give our hackers enough time so that they are not in a rush to build something real quick and not end up using it after the hackathon, right? So we thought, let's bring a month-long edition of a virtual hackathon. Virtual because anyone can participate from anywhere in the world. There's no constraints of logistics. You do not need to travel anywhere. You are not bound to spend any penny out of your pocket. You are from your comfort of the home, hacking right away, or maybe a cafe, or maybe a hilltop, or anywhere else as well. I think it's a good idea to run a challenge, something like share your craziest setup picture. Let's see if we can do it. We have a month to think about all the crazy ideas. But yeah, so the idea is you be where you are and build from your home or build from anywhere in the world, right? And take your time. We are not in a rush. We don't want to put you in hard deadlines that, hey, build a hackathon project in just 24 hours or 36 hours. No, this time we don't want you to feel that pressure. We want you to take your time, have enough resource with yourself, do as much as trial and error as possible, and build something which is genuine, which is really solving a problem, and something that maybe you will end up using after the hackathon, or someone else will end up using after the hackathon, or you can upscale those projects, or maybe turn it into a startup or something even crazier. So this is your time, and I think this is an opportunity that we all can work on together and build something worth investing our time in. So are you ready to chase it? We'll help you catch it. Uh, the dates are quite simple. It's gonna be running the entire November. It has already started. So if you haven't gotten a chance yet, you still have, because it is going to run until November 30th. Second, it's open for all. So literally anyone can join this hackathon and from anywhere, as I mentioned already. Second thing is Build Station. Now, while we are hosting this month-long virtual hackathon, we want to make sure that, hey, you also get to experience the in-person part of it, because I know our community members love in-person events that we do. So we want to make sure that we come to you instead of calling you to us, right? Which we have been doing in our past events or hackathon. So that's why this year we are going to go to different cities to host in-person Build Station. To start with, we have our Mumbai Build Station coming up right around this week, on November 8th, which is Saturday. So, in case you haven't got a chance to check that out, make sure you go to 5yo.hackthisfall.tech. Let me see if I can actually bring that up on the chat. Uh, I'm just managing this, and yeah, that's the link. So 5io.hackthisfall.tech, you can find all the details about application registration, all the links here in on our main website, which is 5io.hackthisfall.tech. So make sure you go check that out, but after I complete my part so that you do not miss out on anything. First and foremost, Build Station Mumbai. Second is we are doing it in Ahmedabad, which is the very next day on November 9th. Next up, we'll have Delhi NCR November 15th. Then we'll be hosting a build station in Kolkata November 16th. And last but not the least, we are hosting a build station in Hyderabad on November 22. Now, if you are based out of those cities, we are more than welcome to apply to this build station. Remember, these are the extended events from the virtual hackathon. So you all can only apply if you are participating in the virtual hackathon, because ultimately we are inviting our virtual hackers to come build with us in person during these build stations. So if you are joining us in person for any of these build stations, you are ultimately going to just work on the project that you're working for the hackathon. So all the things that you'll be kind of working on during the build station, you'll end up submitting those projects at the virtual month-long hackathon. So that's the idea with the build station. So again, just to repeat, if you're in Mumbai, Ahmedabad, Delhi, Kolkata, or Hyderabad, or if you are, let's say, around nearby cities, for example, if you are from Pune, for example, from Nasik, from Thane, anywhere, you can still come to Mumbai because it's not too far from your place. If you are from Vadodara, Surat, Bharuch, Ankleshwar, maybe Indore, maybe in somewhere in Rajasthan, you can still come here. If you are in Lucknow, Agra, Chandigarh, Jaipur, maybe any place nearby Delhi NCR, you can still travel here. For Kolkata, I think I've seen people traveling from Patna, Odisha, even for that matter, Guwahati, I think Assam region. So this is your place for everyone based in northeast or east side of the country. And Hyderabad again, if you're based in Bangalore, anywhere in Telangana or Karnataka, I think this is the build station where you can participate in. So these are like the in-person elements of the virtual hackathon that we'll be hosting. Registrations are still live, so you can anytime apply now, but make sure you do it early because we have already started to shortlist people and so we'll be sending application acceptance soon this week. But what's next? After this month-long hackathon ends on November 30, we are going to announce the winners? No, that's not right. We won't be announcing the top winners, top three, or who is the first prize, second prize, third prize. We won't be doing that. This time we'll be announcing the top 10 teams from all the hackathon that we have run. And those top 10 teams, I think 10 is still a not so confirmed number, honestly. I'm just saying it out vague, but essentially we want to make sure that we are inviting top teams, not just a specific number. It can be 5, it can be 10, it can be 15 as well. But we want to make sure that we kind of invite those top teams to the grand finale, which will be a hacker house and a demo day in Bengaluru, and this is going to be in person. So if you have built an amazing project during the month-long virtual hackathon, if you have been part of any of the build stations, or even if you haven't been, and if you end up getting into the top projects during this hackathon, we will be more than happy to invite you to an in-person final leg or final element of this entire journey at the Hacker House and Demo Day, which will happen in Bangalore. It is going to be in person, completely no hybrid element of it. And the dates are December 27 and 28, 2025, which will be right before the year ends and the new year starts. So I think it will be an exciting time for you to be around Bangalore with a lot of amazing developers that we are going to have there. Of course, all the top submission projects will have dedicated mentorship there, final polishing of your projects, and the demos that you're going to present in front of our judges in a live panel. So this is going to be an action and energy packed 2 days of building, networking, and celebrating innovation. So I'm sure you would not want to miss this at all. Once we are done with the Hackathon and Demo Day, then evening of December 28th, we are going to have an award ceremony and community celebration, where of course we want to celebrate this occasion of Hack This World turning 5 years and kind of reward everyone who stood out different, who stood out at the top of all the ideas that they have brought to the table. So this is going to be an interesting one. And I see a lot of questions in the chat. I'm going to jump onto that super soon. So stick by me. So this is like the overall timeline. I hope you understand how the time works here, how the logistics works here, the agenda and everything. Soon on that. But all of this wouldn't have been possible without our partners. So I would just like to take a moment to give them a shout out, starting with our title partner, Vulture. You'll already find them on coming up with workshops. They also have their track challenge and everything. So it's basically as simple as you deploying your project on Vulture. It's a global automated cloud infrastructure from the broadest array of AMD and NVIDIA GPUs. So I think that is going to be interesting for sure for you to check out. So that's our title partner. Next up, we have our platinum partners, Devfolio, GitHub, and Lingo.dev. More on them soon on the workshops as well that we are coming up with, and they are also bringing some amazing prizes and challenges for you all. Our gold partner, Apify and CodeRapid, amazing partners again. Stay tuned as we share more on what they bring. Cool. But first and foremost thing, very basic, which every one of you needs to do is head over to our Devfolio page and apply. That's the bare minimum that you have to start with, because once you are enrolled for the hackathon, you'll be able to enroll for the build station. You'll be, of course, be eligible to submit a project or creating a team. And if you submit a project, you might end up winning as well, according to the quality of project that you bring to the hackathon. So first and foremost thing is apply on Devfolio. That's the bare minimum. Make sure When you start the application, you also complete your application and submit it, because other than that, we won't be able to get your submission for the hackathon. So head over to hackthisfall.devfolio.co and apply to be a hacker and build your team right away. Cool. Next up is Hack This Fall prizes. So we wanted to keep our Hack This Fall prizes in the pool that we have always been doing. So $1,000 is gonna given to the winning team, $750 to the first runner up, and $500 to the second runner up. Quite straightforward. We always try to keep prize money not too big, even not too small, so that everyone gets to focus on collaboration rather than competitiveness. Next up, we have a price tag from Vulture Cloud Deployment. So if you are able to deploy your project onto Vulture Cloud, you get credits worth 2,000 in prizes. First team gets away with $1,000 cloud credits, and second team, actually there are two teams on the second position that they're gonna give away $500 for the cloud credits of Vulture. Next is best use of GitHub, and as the name goes, you have to use the GitHub in the best way possible. And the best team stands a chance to win a GitHub t-shirt swag, which they have kind of. I saw their GitHub shop and it's quite revamped, so a lot of cool swags there right now. So make sure you sign up for GitHub Global Campus and use a GitHub repository to host your hackathon project's code, and that's it. It is as simple as that. The Appify $1 million challenge. Now, you might be thinking what this $1 million is. Now, it is actually $1 million, and there are so many prize pool there. But for this hackathon itself, you can create like the most creative Appify actor using their platform, and the top three teams will be getting a wireless mechanical keyboard. And also, the top 10 participants are going to receive $200 worth of Epify credits. I think if I would be a hacker, I would definitely love to get myself a keyboard, which is exciting. So make sure you check this out. And they also have like an overall Epify $1 million challenge as well, where the winners can get a grant or a grand prize of, I think, $50,000 and a $2,000 of the uh, project support. So please check that out as well. Everything is on Notion, which I'm going to share the link soon. To be announced, the CodeRabbit and Lingo.dev. We also have an exciting prizes from both of our partners. We'll be announcing them separately on Discord, so make sure you keep an eye out there. Hackathons and Demo Day. As I mentioned, all the top teams that will be selecting will be invited in person to attend Hackathons and Demo Day in Bengaluru on December 27, 28, 2025. So make sure you stand out in one of the top teams. Rules are simple. Apply as a solo hacker on DevFolio or form a team of up to 3 members. We are not allowing team of more than 3 members because we want to keep it simple and short for you all. But in case you are not able to find a team, you are allowed solo as well. So no pressure on looking out for team members. It is mandatory for every hacker, not just team leader, but every hacker of your team, or if you're a solo hacker, you of course, to be registered for the hackathon on DevFolio. As I mentioned earlier, make sure you go to hackthisfall.devfolio.co and register you and all your team members there and make a team if you have one. Create your projects right from scratch and during the hackathon hours only, which is during this entire November. Please make sure that you do not end up submitting any old or previous projects that have been submitted to any other hackathon. Those are not accepted. So while you are here at Hack This Fall Milestone Edition, make sure you take this time of the entire month and build something really genuine, something that you would care for another. So use this time, create something meaningful. Submission guidelines are again simple. We require each and every team to submit a 2 minute or less demo video because it's a virtual hackathon. We would love to see your video or demo working, project demo actually, not the PPT demo. So we do not want you to create a PPT and just record plain slides. No, we want to see how your project is actually working. So that is something that you would want to record and submit it under 2 minutes. That's the requirement. Next is your video must be created during the hackathon month itself. Again, any past created video won't be eligible. So make sure you create it during this month only. Your project must be submitted within the submission period. Late submissions are not allowed. November 30 is the deadline. Make sure you submit it before that. And very important, your code repository must be public. Doesn't matter if you're using any of them, but it has to be public. So make sure you abide by that. Judging criteria, pretty straightforward. We'll be focusing on the quality of your idea, what's the level of creativity, how unique of the idea is, how innovative or impactful the idea is. Second is the technical implementation. What's the quality of your project implementation, how complete your project is. Again, I'm going to emphasis on all of these because you have a month to build. So I think this has to be one of the strong points of your project, that your project is complete. And of course, efficiency of the solution. Third is idea sustainability and potential. So what's the scope of your idea? What's the future scope? How well documented your project is, or what are the upcoming features that you're going to work on or have already planned. Last but not the least is design. How is the user experience of the project that you have built? What's the feasibility? Is it market accessible? Is it something everyone can use it? And last is accessibility. So A11Y, 11T is something going to be very important as well. Next is submission checkpoints. So just to keep things simple and kind of make it easy and convenient for you, what we have tried putting is different checkpoints for you to be on a lookout or do not forget your track with submission, right? So of course I mentioned that the submission deadline is like November 30, but there are a lot of stages while you're working at a hackathon, in a hackathon project, or while you're working in a team. We want you to be on track and not forget on minute of things. So first and very basic submission point starts on November 8th. Not actually start, but it ends on November 8th. So until November 8th, you can add your project details on DevFolio. So once you have submitted your profile on DevFolio, you have created your team. Now it's time to start adding details about your project there. So start by adding your project details. It can be basic, as simple as the project name, what it does, a small 2 to 3 line description, and that's it. Next deadline or submission checkpoint is you submit a GitHub repo and add sponsored tracks. So by November 15, you need to make sure that you are making your GitHub, you are initializing it, you have basic README ready, you have couple of files, if not everything, and basic GitHub repo setup. I'm not asking you to have like complete code of yours, but a GitHub repo link needs to be submitted by this checkpoint on your DevFolio page or your submission portal itself. And add sponsored tracks. On DevFolio, select what sponsored track are you competing for, or what are the sponsored track or technologies you are using or working with, so that we are aware that, hey, team A is already working with Vulture, team B is already working with GitHub and Lingo. So this way we'll be able to let our partners know that, hey, these are all the teams that are working with you. So you can already reach out to them if they have any questions. You can directly connect them on a Discord itself. Third checkpoint is submit MVP. So by this time, we are already 1 week right before the deadline. So we need to make sure that you have a basic MVP ready of the project that you're building. So all the details, the important ones actually, make sure you are submitting this by November 23. November 26, soft submission. Now, when I say soft submission, I want you to add all the details about your project by this deadline, including a demo video, all the technologies you are using, the GitHub repo, completed GitHub repo, all the code, good README, documented, everything, so that you do not miss out end moment submissions or like late submissions. So self submission, consider this as your official deadline to be on a safe side. And then officially hacking ends on November 30, after which no more extension is possible. You won't be able to submit it in case you might have missed it. So I hope this makes it clear. We have also explained this in detail in our hacker guide, so you can also check all the things there. Workshop sessions, we are going to have a couple of workshops, actually more than what are listed here, but we'll be adding them slowly as the hackathon progresses. First one is happening from Vulture itself, from local builds to global deployments. It's happening on November 5, 6 p.m. IST. Next is build, deploy, monetize, future of developer economy from our partner Apify. So it's happening on November 7, 6 p.m. IST again. Then we have a GitHub Copilot workshop on all things old and new. So that's happening on November 30. And then we'll have one more workshop from lingo.dev. So date is to be confirmed, but we'll keep you posted on Discord again once it is confirmed. Mentorship rounds. Now, because there are going to be a lot of things, we want to make sure that you have some support while you're working or you're on the journey of building solutions, right? So we'll be having weekly mentorship rounds, which is happening every Wednesday at 9 p.m. IST on Hack This World Discord server. First round is happening this week itself, and we'll be just focusing on ideation, where we can discuss about the idea that you are trying to solve, anything about ideation literally. What is the idea? What's the problem statement? How you're gonna approach the solution? What's the tech stack that you're planning to use? Basically anything that can help you kickstart your project. This is what we are going to discuss in this ideation round. Second is implementation. So basically second and third both rounds are implementation, which are gonna happen in second and third week of this hackathon, where we'll be talking about actually implementing your ideas or making it happen, right? So once you have decided the idea, okay, how to approach it, this is how you do it. What are the tech stack you're using, this is how we're going to implement the tech stack. So this way you get to interact with the mentors on actually implementing your ideas. If you are facing a bug, if you are stuck somewhere, if you have any blockers, this is the round for you to discuss them with. And the last and final round will be happening in the last week on November 26th. And this is right before the soft submission. If you see, the soft submission was November 26th, 10 p.m. IST. We have our round 4 of mentorship on November 26th, 9 p.m. IST. So you would want to make sure that right before the mentorship round, you're submitting your project so that you can discuss the final feedbacks or updates with your mentors on this week 4 before you actually submit all the final updates and feedbacks before the submit deadline or the hard deadline. So these are all the mentorship rounds. Make sure you have a note on that. And as I mentioned, join us on Discord because all the communication, updates, networking, chats, everything is gonna happen on Discord itself. You're gonna find our partners, our mentors, organizers, all of us. You'll be finding them on Discord itself. So in case you haven't joined us on Discord, discord.hackthisworld.tech. This is the link for you to head over to. Everything is in the YouTube video description, so you can also go from there. Over there, once you join the Discord, you can find yourself a Hack This World 2025 hacker role. You can get this for yourself. You can also find hacker FAQs, build station info, and all the other channels important for you to know. On a very serious note, while we are hacking and building with all of the other community members, joining the in-person events, being on Discord, Hack This World hackathons and events are a safe space for everyone. So I highly recommend each and every one of you to just go ahead, read, agree, and abide by our code of conduct. This is going to be very important. In case you find someone not following or yourself not following, I don't want you to be in a wrong spot or in a tough spot. So please make sure you abide by our code of conduct. If you find any issues, please report all of them to either event organizers or just email us at contact@hackthisworld.tech. And this applies to everyone, even me speaking right here. So make sure you go and check this out. Hacker Guide. You might be thinking that, hey, Siddharth, you said a lot of things in this live stream. How do we keep a track of it? So don't worry. We have created a comprehensive hacker guide for each and every one of you. You just need to go to this link or just scan this QR code and you'll be able to find all the details on one single Notion file for you. This is also shared on Discord. You should have also received an email about the same. If not, just let me know on Discord again, but you'll be able to find it right there. And yeah, with that being said, I think it's time. So happy hacking, everyone, and let's innovate for good together. It's going to be a crazy month of hacking, building, and learning something together. So I'm pretty excited to interact with you all in chat, in Discord, in in-person events, build stations everywhere. So happy to answer any questions at this point if you have any, and I look forward to see the chats now. So jumping on, I have a first question here. When the approvals for Build Station Mumbai are rolling out, my friends are coming from outside, so they need info earlier. So Sahil will be sending the approvals midweek. So expected Wednesday or Thursday, then when we roll out the acceptances. So I hope that works. But if there's something urgency, you can always open and organize a ticket on Discord, and we can check a case by case basis for you. Next question: is it mandatory to submit the project to get invited to the build station? So the thing with build station, how it works is, uh, because you are participating in this hackathon, right? Now you can be at your home. You can completely hack from the comfort of your home. If you're participating in the hackathon, of course, we would want you to submit a project because you're participating. So come on. But in case you want to experience, oh wow, okay, we had Diwali recently, so this happened. But if you're joining us in person at Build Station, you do not have to submit a project during the Build Station. We are inviting hackers to Build Station just to continue building what they are already doing for this month long hackathon, get on ground mentorship. We'll be having dedicated workshops during the event as well. So we will help you in your hackathon building journey, a project building journey during those build station. But you do not necessarily need to submit your hackathon project during the build station. You can do that after the build station as well during the hackathon, which is the official deadline on November 30. So I hope that answers your question. If not, please feel free to follow up. No, as it will be way before submission date. Exactly. So we won't ask you to submit your project at the build station. You're just building your project during the build station. So it can be the first part, second part, third part, fourth part of your project. Doesn't matter. Wherever or whichever part of journey you are in your project building, we will help you right from there during those in-person build station. Next question is, so how will the selection be done for Hacker House? Basically, we'll be selecting all the top projects that really qualifies the idea of innovation and long term, basically the judging criteria. Doesn't matter if they are in the top prizes of the partners or not, and all those projects that we select as like the top projects, they will come to the Hacker House in Bangalore. They will do their final polishing of the projects. They will pitch and demo those projects in front of a live panel of judges, and then we'll be announcing the top three from the hackathon. So that's how we do it. I don't think so. Based on submission date or a little random. I don't know. I think I'm not quite sure if I got your question. If you can repeat that. Uh, do we need to be in the demo day to get the prizes? So the prizes will be given, the top three I'm talking about, not the partner prizes. The Hack This World top three prizes will be given to three teams out of the top teams that we invite for the Hacker House and Demo Day. So if you are invited for a Hacker House and Demo Day in Bangalore, please, we hope to see you there in person, and we'll be selecting the top three teams out of those people who demos in person there. Cool. I can submit my previous project, which I built in Solana Hackathon. Hitansh, no. I have already mentioned this in the rules and submission guidelines. We do not recommend you all to submit your previously built hackathon project that you have worked on already. So please make sure you build your project right from scratch during this hackathon. Okay, cool. That wasn't a question. Perfect. If you have any more questions, I'll be more than happy to answer them right away. I would also like to maybe share my screen and show you a couple of more things actually. Uh, Let me share my screen again. Meanwhile, feel free to ask any question that you have in the chat so that I can answer it while I'm still here. So this is the website in case you haven't gotten a chance to check that out. Join Hackathon. So first things first, you can join the hackathon by applying on DevFolio. Once you have done that, you'll be able to build your team. All the prizes are already listed on DevFolio itself. Please make sure you check out the schedule. Registration is going to be live for the entire month. Hackathon has already started. Registration and hackathon ends on November 30, and we announce the results on 12th of December. So basically, we take 10 days of from 1st of December to 10th of December to judge all the projects, which is like enough time for us to go through all the submissions. We are also having like in-person build stations in Mumbai, Ahmedabad, Delhi, Kolkata, Hyderabad. We have mentorship rounds on 5th November, 12th, 19th, 26th, basically every Wednesday for next 4 weeks. And then all the live streams, opening remarks happening right now. The workshop, all are listed here, so make sure you check them out as well. These are all the build station, as I've already mentioned. If you're around these cities, I would highly encourage you to join us for this one by applying here. If you click on this, it will directly lead you to a Luma page. So you would just need to click on request to join, fill out the submission, agenda and everything are already live here. And then, as I mentioned, the top teams will be invited for our ultimate in-person hackathon and demo day in Bengaluru on December 27, 28, which we end up with December 28 with an award ceremony and community celebration. Those are all our partners. So yeah, pretty much about it. I can also go through the hacker guide that we have for you all. So you can actually see this right in the stream. I've also shared the QR code of this in the stream before. Oh, for some reason, this is not loading, but I think this should be. Okay, perfect. Wrong link earlier. Sorry about that. But yes, this is the hacker guide. So it has all the information about hackathon, build station, uh, to dos, all the challenge details from our partner already mentioned here. Everything on the mentorship are also here. Please feel free to check them out. I think I should just open this one because it is much cleaner. Yes. We also have a dedicated mentorship on Discord. So if you are there already, you can find like a Discord forum in the mentorship. So you can just click on new post, add your question, select different tags so that you can filter them accordingly, and just submit your query so that mentors can reach out to you directly there. Make sure you search through our forum before asking a question. So if it's already asked before, you can take the help of the answered question there. These are all the workshops that we have listed. They are also linked on our YouTube. So just for you to know, all the live streams are already scheduled on our YouTube. So you can go to the live section and all of them are already scheduled here. So you can keep an eye, set a reminder or something so that you do not miss out on any update. Mini events will be doing some fun side mini events or some random giveaways on Discord. So you can keep an eye there so that you do not miss out on that as well. As I mentioned on the submission checkpoint, all this is like explained here in detail so you do not miss out on anything. All the submission guideline, judging criteria here. You can join us on Discord. You can check our code of conduct. These are all our social media, so you can follow us there in case you want to stay tuned to all the updates that we share through our socials. And that is pretty much it. So I think you have everything that you need for this hackathon. And yeah, let me see if there are any more questions there. Uh, is it possible to show the earlier hackathon projects so we can set our limits and ideas? Again, I would recommend if you are submitting any hackathon project, it has to be like built from scratch. So make sure you have a note on that. I see you can visit the. Oh, okay. You mean me asking the yes. So I think Aishwarya here has already answered your question. You can visit like our past hackathon submission projects on DevFolio or on DevPush that we have hosted before. So you can find all the projects there. But yeah, good, cool. I think I do not see any questions that I've missed. So, in case there are more questions, please feel free to ask them in the Ask HTF team channel on Discord, and I'll be looking out for all the queries there. We have a wonderful team. Shamal is gonna be there on Discord and other team members as well, so they'll be there to help you out in any of your query. But that was it from my side, everyone. Thank you so much for tuning in. Feel free to share this recording with your team members. And if you have been sticking so far, happy hacking. Stay tuned for all the updates that we have for you all, which we'll be sharing on Discord. So until then, I'll see you on Discord and other activities.